The AFL are committed to ensuring the mental health and well-being of their players are of the highest priority. However, the recent tragic passings of former AFL players Troy Selwood and Adam Hunter have shone further light on an ever-worsening issue. The topic of mental health in the AFL seem to cross paths on regular occasions, yet it still feels as though more can be done to ensure a safe space for players and fans alike. Mental health has long been an issue amongst AFL players, both present and past, most notably in the case of 2013 number 1 draft pick Tom Boyd, who decided to cut his career short in 2019 following long-standing mental health issues. Boyd noted the hostile nature of life as a professional footballer ultimately led to the onset of anxiety. In an interview with Channel 9, he stated, "I completely based my entire life's validation and who I was on football, and how I performed in my work. I listened to people telling me that I was a useless, horrible, terrible person, yelling at me down the street, and completely rode the wave of what is an inherently volatile industry." The extreme pressure to perform, being such a talent at such a young age, meant Boyd struggled battling his own demands to perform to such a high standard. In the same interview, he remarked that there was a stigma, an expectation even, that men would tough it out, believing he felt guilty asking others to listen to him, as the view from outsiders was that he had so much to be grateful for. Richmond great Matthew Richardson held similar views to Boyd, stating that during his career, and perhaps still currently, the expectation was to shut up and get on with things when issues with mental health became prevalent. The historically tough attitude of footballers, whilst it may make for interesting viewing for fans, places enormous strain on the mental well-being of the players, who felt dealing with these issues was irrelevant in favour of performing on field. However, this issue remains prevalent in the modern day. St Kilda forward Tim Membry missed the club's elimination final loss to the Giants in 2023 with lingering mental health issues, stating that he didn't know who to talk to and that he didn't really know what to do or how to get help. The issue isn't reflective of the Saints, however, as they continue to undertake the AFL's only annual mental health-centric match, following the tragic passing of Danny Frawley in 2021. In 2022, this match alone raised over $600,000 for the Danny Frawley Centre community, which helps fund a range of early intervention and prevention workshops and specialised training to the community in the areas of mental fitness and suicide prevention. The financial success of this match raises the question, why can't more matches, in fact an entire round, be dedicated to this cause? The AFL continues to invest in its vastly unpopular opening round, which does little but make a mess of the ladder in the first half of the season. The growth of the sport in the northern states is a far inferior issue to the most serious of them all, men's mental health. An entire weekend shedding further light onto this issue would provide much needed funds into programs regarding suicide prevention, not only in AFL players but the wider community as well. Suicide is the leading cause of death between men aged between 15 and 44, with an average of 8 deaths every day attributed to this. The issue simply needs more attention, even though it may feel lots is already done in an attempt to combat it. Although mental health issues may not impact every single player in the league, the effects of suicide on family and friends are not to be taken lightly. The tragic sudden passing of former GWS and Fremantle forward Cam McCarthy sent shockwaves throughout the AFL community, with McCarthy's ex-teammates in tears following a pre-match tribute. These images serve as a reminder to the impacts of suicide and the repercussions of a lack of mental health awareness. A mental health round could provide mental health services at the games, similar to the recent Shane Warne Legacy Heart Checks undertaken at the Boxing Day Test, with the program being hailed a success. Having programs like these at the stadiums would open up a safe space for players and fans alike to open up and speak up about underlying mental health issues they may be battling, with specialist psychologists on site to help aid people struggling. This, combined with widespread fundraising efforts such as a telethon, as seen annually with the Good Friday Appeal, which raises millions of dollars annually for the Royal Children's Hospital. These fundraisers would raise much needed funds towards men's mental health across the nation, and, combined with the AFL's ongoing investment into mental health workshops, would help spread awareness and encourage millions of Australians to speak up about their struggles. Without the need for special Guernseys or anything of that type, the benefits of such a round would greatly outweigh the costs. Overall, with the tragic events unfolding around us, It seems obvious that mental health and well-being would be the AFL's greatest priority, and I believe that dedicating a round to this cause would help raise further awareness and save countless Australian lives.